BMW has always been the German automaker that prioritized handling. It had some early racing success, but struggled financially after the war. Once recovered, its motorsport division has left a strong mark in racing. Today, I briefly present 15 iconic, most collectible BMW vehicles. The 328 was a pre-war sports car that achieved some racing success, notably as the winner of the 1940 Milan Miglia. It is powered by an M328 2-liter inline-six overhead valve engine that develops 79 horsepower paired to a 4-speed manual transmission. The engine uses 3 Solex downdraft carburetors. Its head has transverse push rods that allow the intake and exhaust valves to form 2 lines instead of 1 in conventional pushrod engines for better breathing. The 328 features an aluminum body and weighs just over 800 kilos. The 507 was a Grand Tourer designed to slot below the Mercedes 300 SL to capture the affluent American market. Unfortunately, it ended up more expensive than the latter and was a sales flop. Still, its sleek lines and rarity have made it one of the most collectible BMWs today. The 507 is powered by a 3.2-liter pushrod V8 that develops 150 horsepower paired to a 4-speed manual transmission. It uses a single Zenith carburetor. The 3200 CS was a Grand Tourer highly significant in BMW's design and engineering history. It was the last car built on BMW's early post-war platform and the last BMW to use a pushrod engine. It was also the first car to introduce BMW's iconic beltline and greenhouse, including the Hofmeister kink. The 3200 CS was designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro at Bertone. It is powered by a twin-carburetor version of the 3.2-liter V8 that develops 160 horsepower paired to a 4-speed manual transmission. The E9 was a series of coupes that predated the 6 Series. The 3.0 CSL was a homologation special, with the L meaning light. It originally used an M30 single overhead cam inline-six engine that displaced 3 liters, but was stroked to 3.2 liters in 1973. It has a 4-speed manual transmission. Thanks to its full aero package, the 3.0 CSL is often referred to as the Batmobile. The 02 series was a line of sporty coupes and convertibles. The 2002 was a 2-liter version that participated in numerous racing events, though only with moderate success. The 2002 Turbo was the range topper coupe powered by Europe's first turbocharged engine, the 168 horsepower M10 2-liter inline-4. It uses a twin-scroll turbocharger with a 0.55 bar maximum boost, as well as mechanical fuel injection. The car came standard with a 4-speed manual transmission, while 5-speed was optional. The M1 was intended to be a homologation special co-designed and manufactured by Lamborghini. The tubeless steel space frame chassis was designed by Giampaolo Dallara at Lamborghini. However, Lamborghini was on the verge of bankruptcy and BMW took over the project, making the M1 the first car to be solely developed by BMW M. The car uses a 3.45-liter M88 double overhead cam inline-six that produced 273 horsepower paired to a 5-speed manual transmission. This engine introduced BMW M's routine individual throttle body setup. It uses mechanical fuel injection. The M1 features a fiberglass body. It was designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro at Idal Design. The M635CSi was a range topper of the E24 6 Series, the successor to the E9. The European spec M635CSi uses the 3.5-liter M88 inline-6 engine from the M1, now developing 282 horsepower. The US and Japanese version had a catalytic converter added, resulting in the S38 engine with 256 horsepower. To compensate for the reduction in power, the car was badged M6. Unlike the E9, the E26 6 Series has a B pillar. Combined with a higher production number, this M6 is less collectible today. The E30 M3 is considered the most iconic BMW of all time among enthusiasts. Built as a homologation special, it was powered by an S14 2.3-liter double overhead cam inline-4 engine that originally developed 197 horsepower paired to a 5-speed manual transmission. The E33 series was designed by Klaus Luther, who oversaw design when arguably the most beautiful BMWs were developed. The E30 M3 is celebrated for its balanced handling, sharp design, and motorsport success. The M3 remains the soul of BMW to this day. The E34 M5 is arguably the most handsome sedan that BMW has ever made. It is known for its balanced handling and refinement that still feels somewhat modern today. Originally, the E34 M5 was powered by a 3.45-liter S38 inline-6 engine paired to a 5-speed manual transmission. It grew to 3.54 liters in 1989 and then to 3.8 liters in 1991, eventually developing 335 horsepower. In 1994, 6-speed manual was introduced. The E34 M5 was hand-assembled. The E31 H series was not well received at launch, falling short of the benchmarks set by the Mercedes S-Class Coupe and the SL. BMW M developed a thundering 48-valve V12 with variable valve timing and dry sump lubrication, but the corporate decided that it was too expensive. That engine eventually powered the McLaren F1. The 850 CSi, powered by a 5.6-liter S70 V12, had to do with just 375 horsepower. BMW was shy about marketing it as the M8, even though its German type certificate writes M8 to this day. The 850 CSi is arguably the most beautiful Grand Tourer in BMW history. It balances refinement, technology, and performance in a way unique to the Bavarians. The 850 CSi uses a 6-speed manual transmission. The Z3 is a roadster based on the E36-5 compact platform. However, its most iconic version is the Z3M Coupe, which is a shooting brake. The Z3M Coupe is powered initially by the powertrain from the E36 M3, that is, the 316 horsepower S50 in Europe and 240 horsepower S52 in the United States. From 2001, its powertrain was upgraded to that of the E46 M3, that is, the 321 horsepower S54. All displaced 3.2 liters and used 5-speed manual transmission. The unique shape of the Z3M Coupe has made it an instant classic, with the later S54 powered version being the most desirable. The E9 M5 is often regarded E39 M5 is often regarded as one of the greatest super sedans ever made. It makes a 394 horsepower, 4.9-liter S62 V8 with a 6-speed manual transmission, resulting in significant bump in torque over its predecessor. While the E39 is less gorgeous, this M5 made up for it with good blend of drivability, performance, luxury, and fun. The Z8 was a modern tribute to the 507, combining classic roadster styling with modern performance. It uses the same drivetrain from the E24 M5, but is significantly lighter and more compact, resulting in greater handling and performance characteristics. Unlike the M5, the Z8 has an all-aluminum space frame chassis and body. One interesting fact is that the Z8 uses neon exterior lighting instead of normal light bulbs. The Z8 was completely built by hand. The E46 M3 is highly regarded for its perfect balance of performance and everyday usability. It is powered by a 3.2-liter S54 inline-six engine paired to a 6-speed manual or automated manual transmission. The latter is known as SMG2. A more exclusive version of the E46 M3 was the CSL, which had numerous weight reduction changes, including carbon fiber body panels. The E46 M3 is the last reliable and durable M car. The E60 M5 was the flagship of the last crop of naturally aspirated M cars from BMW. It is powered by an F1-inspired 5-liter S85 V10 engine paired to a 7-speed automated manual SMG3 transmission. In North America, a 6-speed manual was also offered. A product of the Chris Bangle era, the E60 was loathed for its bloated exterior. However, as all cars have grown increasingly bloated ever since, the E60 is now appreciated by many for its looks. Experience-wise, the E60 M5 always captured the drivers from the get-go, thanks to its thundering V10 that asks to be revved.